Welcome back, everyone. In this lecture, we will look at add-ins that are available on the store. We have written three names here. So I'm writing Hamish, Anmol, and Sanjay. And I've written 10, 20, and 30. So these are the three names. And this is the sales value. Now, if we look at the number of charts available, we do have quite a few options available in Excel, but it's all quite the same, right? Like everybody has access to the same charts and we have been using it for such a long time. And we can't really control it or customize it too much. There are some options, but not too many of them. Let's go to the store. So insert add-ins, and I'm going to select something called the people graph. The people graph converts data into a cool picture, and if you click on it, you can see it has been created by Microsoft. Add it, and this is an embedded add-in. That means that this does not appear like a pane on the right side. For example, if you look at my add-in, this will come on the right side as a pane. If you want to, you can make it come out, but it's supposed to be used as a pane. This is an embedded add-in, so consider this like a chart that you usually create. Now I can simply go to my data, select the data that we have, click on create, and you notice in one click, it converts our boring data into a nice looking infographic. And the best part is that in the gear icon, there's a lot of customizability available. So I can change the type. We can also change the theme, and we can also change the shape that we have. For example, maybe we want to keep a dolphin for some reason. And this is also dynamic, which means that if the numbers change, you notice that, let's make it 20.5, you can see that it works perfectly. This is the potential of working with web apps like this. And it's completely dynamic. If you reduce the size beyond a certain point, it tells you you might want to increase the size a little bit. So if you increase the size, it displays perfectly like this. Let's look at a few more. Once again, insert get add-ins, and I'm going to show you Wikipedia, the very first one. This is like a mini Wikipedia search. Let's say we are searching for Excel. Without having to open a browser and search for it, you can see that the page opens directly. And of course, this would not be as easy to look at compared to a normal browser. But if you quickly want to check some information or maybe copy something and paste it, you'll be able to do that. It's a huge time saver. All right, let's continue. And something I really like is the formula editor. The formula editor is a new tab that has been created. And how it works is that if you have a long formula that you have written, for example, let's say we have the price and the quantity. We also have the tax rate, and I've written some numbers here. So 10, 30, 40, and 20. We have 1, 5, 4, and 3, and we have 5%, 7%, 9%, and then 12%. Let's say we want to use a sum product. So I can say equal to sum product, select all the three arrays one after the other. We get the final tax payout. Now we can see the formula in the cell. We can also see it in the formula bar. What the formula editor enables us to do is to be able to see the formula if I toggle it on here. And the best part is that it is quite like a programming environment where you can spaces and put indents and it works beautifully. Makes it much easier to work with long complex formulas. There are also a few options available. So if you right click, there is a command palette and you can see that we can add, let us say, a cursor above like this, which allows us to see whether all the three things are following in the same vertical line or not. There are other options such as, let me try to decrease the size of this window so I can change the width, we can also change the auto size, right? So a bunch of options are available. You can also change the font size here, so you can make it large, which will make it easier for you to work with it. It's an excellent addition to Excel because the inbuilt formula bar really hasn't changed over the years. If you want to see a list of all these web apps, you can simply go to the link that I've shared with you, which is the business apps on AppSource, and you can see these are the apps that are available. For example, if you search for Havish, you can see my app is available here as well. So let me go to products and select web apps. And let me remove this. All right, you can see there are a bunch of apps available and they're meant for different things and definitely worth a look. I'm sure you will find something that you like. And of course, as these concepts become more popular and more developers start to work on it, you will see more and more apps start to come on the store. And the good part is that there is a check that Microsoft does. So unlike Android, where you will have a lot of apps that don't work or are not secure, since Microsoft is literally checking every app that gets published, you can be confident that the quality of apps will be really good. All right, so we've seen the JavaScript and the TypeScript documentation where it is available, and we've also seen how web apps work. Now let's look at two more things. One is the script lab and the other is the script editor. Let me first show you what the script lab is. Okay. So you notice that the script lab is a Office add-in that allows you to try snippets and also write your own code and test it in a safe environment. We will spend a little bit of time on it and we will do this in the next lecture.